Hello, hello. Hey, Greg. How are you this
Hi.
morning?
Hi, Greg. I'm, I'm wondering, I
Suzy
wonder,
said she wasn't ready. So,
I'm not ready. How come I don't see us live?
hey,
Oh,
Donna.
it says it's scheduled for today. There I am.
Um, okay. Now you got to turn off the sound.
Can you hear it still? It's
Huh?
really
Greg
delayed.
says, let's get this party started.
Well, what do you want to party about?
I don't know. What kind of party
I'm
are we
ready.
having, Greg?
I'm ready to party.
I know. I need a party. I need something.
I could
I just
type
want
now.
you to know, I almost fell on my behind again this morning.
Why?
My office. I need my husband to help me clean it. I don't think that's going to happen.
I have two devices open. I'm broadcasting from my phone,
Okay.
and I
You
have
look
my iPad
nicer.
open. It does. Well, I don't want to
Yeah.
be crisp. I want to be blurred. I want to have it like
You're
the
not blurred. You look beautiful.
the
Look
old
at her
the old.
sweater. Her sweater's so cute.
It's a dog sweater from Michael Simon.
Oh,
Michael
is that a
Simon.
schnauzer at the top? Donna has a schnauzer.
It has a schnauzer, a cock. I'm looking at its reverse image
Uh,
for me. It has a
yeah.
cocker spaniel. It has a poodle. It's got a golden on the bang and a really
Nice.
cute little doggy dog. This is
Greg says he's just being goofy.
who's being goofy?
Greg.
We can party. I don't know. How do you like to party
I
before you
need
go to work? He sells
I don't
tools.
know.
Tools are probably recession proof because people need to like fix stuff no matter
Mm-hmm.
what. And especially if they want to save money, you do your own repairs. But mechanics still buy tools too. So
Right.
there's probably always a market for it. Now, this is funny. When I was in
Donna says she
college,
likes it.
thanks. When I was in college, I got a job at a card shop, card and gift, but it was mostly like Hallmark cards.
Uh-huh.
And the guy kept saying, this is a recession proof business because everybody still buys cards for birthdays and for funerals and what
Uh-huh.
have you. And now that there's like the e-commerce, nobody hardly buys cards. I mean, yeah, if you go to a wedding, you might include a card, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not the same. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
accepted to just not buy. Oh, I just turned off the broadcast. Not used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Like when you buy a lot. There's Mr. Woozy.
Hey, Tony.
Morning.
Good morning.
Happy.
I'm live, by the way, on YouTube right now. So don't act silly.
Well, Greg
He's like,
says
oh
that he
geez,
got
fuck
into
that.
selling motion tools.
Did you
Do
hear?
what?
He said, oh geez, fuck that.
Well, okay, Tony. Ah. Greg says he got into selling mostly tools because he bought a lot of tools. True story. Well, Greg, I bought some.
I'm frozen on here.
Greg says, "Good morning, Mr. Woozy."
My image is completely frozen on my iPad with my toddler
Yeah,
case.
maybe you're. Yeah, look at her toddler case, y'all. That's so funny.
So it was
That is.
funny. Some trick or treater came up to me on Halloween and said, I have the same iPad case. And I said, isn't it great? And I'm like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think I'm
yeah.
getting sick. My daughter got me sick.
Oh
Anyway,
no.
he says you're not frozen. No, not on this. She's frozen on her tablet.
Oh, I'm really behind too, all of a sudden.
Yeah, hit the live button, like at the top, at the bottom, wherever it's at. Greg, I went to an estate sale, and I bought my husband a set of wrenches. And Donna says she thinks Amberly has one like that.
Every person who bought an iPad for someone who's not like, I'm gonna say super fashion conscious and goes to like an actual job probably should have one. I call it like it's made out of I'm sorry I interrupted you. Crocs. I almost wanted to say Crocs should make iPad cases because it's like I've
They
dropped it
might.
down the stairs and it's lived. through it.
Jewelry, etc. Good
Maybe
morning,
Laura. That's Laura. See, I think that's Laura. Yeah.
Laura. Is it Laura? We both have dementia, so
It's true. I said if your name isn't like Julia etc. / Laura, I
hey
would call you
Cheryl.
Jewelry as a name. Cheryl Cheryl has her name. That's the best way. At least when
Yeah,
G I
Laura.
told
It's
G, I
Laura.
don't think he gets offended.
It's Laura.
It's Laura.
Laura, I think it was your channel I was watching. It was like not alive, but you you sell crystals?
Yes.
You? Yeah.
She sells crystals, she sells jewelry, and I think she does crafty stuff. I share Laura was I met Laura through my original auctions, and she bought. I think she said she had been living in Arizona, but she bought like a hippie winter coat for me, which was great. Oh, this isn't even moving up.
Yeah, she says she does. Yeah, crystals.
Well, I
I
guess
need some look, I need some healing crystals. Does that work?
I have healing crystals. I sell I sell stone jewelry.
Oh
Um,
my
I
goodness.
somebody once gave me a laminated like crystal cheat sheet, and it said like what all
Oh,
the crystals do. I don't even know
oh,
what I
that's
did with
what I
it.
need, a cheat sheet.
Depends on who
She
you ask.
says she paints as well and sometimes other crafts. Cool.
We used to be crafty. I think
Depends on who you ask. She
I'm
said.
speaking for you that we used to be crafty. Laura had for a while. I had to stop watching her. I'm sorry I stopped watching you, but I really wanted to buy everything, and I had to be on a spending diet. But she had these squirrels that had crystal tails, and they were carved.
Oh,
They were so cute. I loved them. I love them. But I just, you know what I mean? Like I can't. I had to draw the line. Like
she says she has a lot of opinions on the crystal healing stuff. But in a nutshell, I believe if you want a crystal that heals, you have to go find one yourself that speaks to you. That makes sense.
that makes sense. Makes a
It
lot of
really
sense.
does. Yes. Well, I better start looking because, girl,
I don't
I
get it.
need healing of everything. Oh, Greg, getting back to you. So at the estate sale, I bought some wrenches for my husband, and they were like huge wrenches. So they wanted 60 for the whole set. They were in like this little roll up thing. So I talked her down to 40. I don't know if that was worth it or not. I mean, it wasn't like Craftsman or, I mean, he said it was a decent brand. Then I bought this drill. It was like this old rusted out drill that you hold it and you turn,
I
you know.
I love hand crank, Jill. I
So
love
I
them.
don't know if it's worth anything or not, but and then I found some old picks, like I don't know what I guess if you were carving wood with the old wooden handle, the different picks and stuff. So I bought a set of those for me. I think I paid like maybe $2 a piece for them. I don't know.
When I was going to the thrift shop that was up by near where I got married, they were selling all the vintage stuff for way more money than everything else. And I mean, like they were like rusted out tools, but they just know that people sometimes like them because they're fun to look
Mhm.
at and put them on a
Right.
shelf or display them. And I was kind of like, because now that we're spoiled too, we want stuff for what everybody else
Mhm.
wants it. We want it for
Right.
like yard sale prices.
Yeah.
I didn't want to pay $15
Well,
for a
they
rusted
were
thing.
selling everything like at eBay prices. She goes, I went on eBay and it sells for this. And I'm like, yeah, lady, you're not eBay. And I told her, I said, yeah, well, I said, you have to hunt for it. You have to store it. You have to clean it. You have to list it and you have to photograph it.
And yet you have to do comps and
And you have to
and the
wait
sell price
for
isn't
somebody to buy
five
it.
times.
So I'm like, and then she says, well, whatever we don't sell, we'll bring it to the pawn shop. I'm like, go for it, lady. I just wanted to put everything back down at that point and walk off. But my husband really wanted the wrenches, so I had to get them. So anyway,
She bring them to the
Laura
pawn shop.
says
What is she going to get to the pawn shop?
whatever was left.
Oh,
So Laura says she's been meaning to make a video about that, that she thinks like it's like medicine, but what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for another one. So, Dawn, as an aside, I totally love your hair. I just made my decision to stop dyeing mine. Mine is mostly gray at 36. I am so interested to see what it's going to look like growing out. Oh, thank you. Well,
It's exciting.
my hair grows so fast that when I was dyeing it, I would like in a week I'd have roots. Really? So just got 2 cups. I don't do
I
that.
made 2 cups of coffee, but I made them in like 2 cups.
But
2 separate cups.
that you have long hair, so are you going to cut it short to help it grow out? My sister finally did hers, so she finally grew it out, and we went somewhere, and they wanted to know if we were all sisters, and we had our mom with us.
People, people like, okay, I went somewhere with a friend, and you know who it was, and she said someone was making a joke and said, are you all related? Like, is she your mom or something? And she was like thinking, oh, you look so much older than me, haha. Meanwhile, her hair is all gray. I mean, maybe she was dyeing it at the time. And I'm thinking, you have to look at who says things like that. Sometimes people say that to try to be cute to you, right?
Right.
I mean, there's no way on earth that your mom looks like your sister. You might look related, but she doesn't look like your sister.
I mean, she said that we all look like.
It's possible if you're like an old-fashioned Catholic family and someone starts reproducing at like, 18 and stops reproducing at about 40, that there could be like a 20-year age difference, which could be the age of your mom anyway. So yeah, it's possible, but it's not probable.
Ooh, speaking of moms, I forgot to send her the link. Oh. Greg says usually the bigger the ranch, the more money it brings. But
it's almost like that with clothes sometimes.
The brand is
the clothes.
Right.
I'm kidding. But sometimes it depends.
Laura said she's gonna own the multicolored look. She likes her long hair. Well, hello, Miss Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer.
Who's driving?
I'm going to tell you something.
We're back from getting a chocolate shake.
I let my hair grow out about 2 inches, and then I just said, no, I'm going to try to do my roots again. But I can't do browns. It makes I'm probably allergic to hair dye, but when I do blonde, somehow it doesn't like make me get all wacky. I was thinking that what I would do is just put highlights in.
This is Momo.
She's very sweet and she's very cute, but she doesn't look like your sister. She looks like your mama.
I don't think so either. So Donna says long hair, gray hair is beautiful. Well, hello, Michelle. Congratulations. Michelle made it to 600 subs today. Yay.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Right. I want to know. My iPad keeps turning off, and maybe I don't have it on.
I tell you what, Laura, she can outwork me and my sister. I'm sure I can speak for both of us. She don't stop. I mean, she is slowing down some, but that woman just keeps on going like the Energizer Bunny.
I used to be a redhead, and my scalp got so sensitive to the red. Like you're saying, Laura said she was allergic to red, and I agree. Your mom is very energetic, and I was allergic to red, so I couldn't do red anymore. And I like them.
Jennifer, since you're driving, Greg says hello.
Oh wow! One of my friends was allergic to red dye so bad that like she couldn't take like Benadryl even for her allergies. It's coated in pink, which has red dye in it, and she actually had to have doctors order her special uncoated Benadryls. And I'm like,
wow,
that's like that's scary when it gets to that kind of bad. But you have to be aware. Like if you take Sudafed, it's red. If you take Benadryl, it's red. And a lot of the cough syrups I've read. And
Yeah, they do.
that's funny.
You're right, Donna. She still can do more than us. It's sad. It's so sad.
I'm
Even
reading.
Lipsticks.
That's frightening. Well,
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's just frightening in the case that
her lips break out and they peel.
like, what if you're eating food and you don't realize that they used an ingredient that had some like red dye in it? Get sick. Wow, it's frightening. Wow, that's another.
Oh, she said, I don't think you look old. I think your mom looks young. Maybe that's what the person meant. Well, no, she actually told Donna, you remember that?
They're actually like,
and the lady came and she goes, I told somebody that y'all must all be related, y'all sisters. Isn't that what she said, Donna? I don't remember, but it was like, oh. Well, I always tease my sister because she's older. And I always say I'm the cute one, but it's not true, Donna. You're cute.
You can't put on the TV in there.
Donna Zarang on here is my sister.
Breaks out in hives.
Oh, she said her daughter can't have red dye. Michelle.
A shame. I could go upstairs.
I don't have that. You know what one of my favorite candies are? Those little sour cherries. I love those.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Red Hots too.
Oh no, I don't like that. Garrett likes those, and he likes hot tamales.
I'm 100% sure that I fed them, but that doesn't mean that they're begging you for food because they're trying to work an ankle here. The dogs want 2 breakfasts.
Right. Hey, Yvonne.
Hi. And Jessica's here.
Hey, Jessica.
So MKT is Yvonne? No.
Yeah. Yvonne, right? Yeah.
Yvonne. I'm saying she's MKT to me.
Right.
I can't remember anybody's name.
That got me confused.
I'm so, see now, I can't really work these 2 things.
Donna says, I remember. Yeah, that's what she says. I'll let you think that. I said you were cute, okay?
Sorry, Yvonne. I usually say I have 5 points of embarrassment and then I remember a name, but apparently it's going to be about 7 for you.
Thank you, Jessica.
Yvonne is not sticking in my head. Somehow. Because it sounds so different from MKT in my mind.
So, Jennifer, are you driving back from getting a milkshake?
Why?
You can laugh, Donna. You can laugh all you want, girly.
You can't leave, Tony. We have to.
Jennifer says she's got to stop at Wawa's, then she'll be home.
One thing I can't do, apparently.
You can't do anything. I'm going to go upstairs. And then.
She said she's really bad at names, too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have a story. I have a story.
You got story?
Yeah. The vase. So I had this vase listed.
That's a cute story.
I have this vase listed. It's like 5.75 inches tall. Then I get an email on eBay, and the guy goes, just FYI, I wanted to let you know that vase is made by Jim Anderson from Shearwater Pottery. And
I don't even know how he knew that. Oh, he saw the bottom.
Well, I did show the bottom of it in one of the photos, and it does have Shearwater, but I couldn't make out what it was. So anyway, so when Suzy and I were looking, she was looking up the stuff, and it says that it was like really high price. Yeah. So
some of them are like near $1,000. By the way,
name because they have weed jars. Like you're supposed to be able to fit like one weed in it, one. Because I had to look that up and see what that meant because I thought, weed jar. Anyway, so
maybe it had a cork and it was for pot. I mean, marijuana.
Right. So
I don't know.
Make a long story short, I changed the title, added that in it, and yesterday afternoon I upped the price a little bit and I got an offer for $52 for this little vase. So I took it. So,
I know. And I said it was probably one of those $775.
Yeah, it's probably worth like $800 or something. Who knows?
Oh, but you see, like because it's not glass,
cool.
you're not as used to it. Like, she's not sure she's getting a shake. I'm watching myself on a delay
You
or
don't watch
something. What?
Oh, Jennifer says no shake yet. She's not sure. She's getting one. She had an appointment this morning, so she's on her way back.
I drove by Wawa the other day and I thought of Jennifer and I thought, I've never tasted, I haven't had a chocolate shake in ages, and I usually would order vanilla. And I was thinking, do I even want to try a chocolate shake? But it got me curious as to what they taste like. I mean, if we weren't on so early, I could run over to a Wawa and see if they had chocolate. But for me, Wawa is all about the soft pretzels.
Right. Bye, Jessica.
Do they have cream cheese pretzels there? That sounds fantastic.
Oh, this dog is laying on
Bye,
my
Jessica.
leg. Ah, Cheryl says she'll take a cream cheese pretzel.
I get that's
I'd
what I
like
said.
a breakfast sandwich. When Garrett and I were on our way home from you,
Yeah.
we stopped there for breakfast and we just got a sandwich. Oh my God, that was one of the best sandwiches I ever had. BLTs, but there's nothing great about a BLT, but that was good.
I like quick check sandwiches. We ordered food one time when that Wawa near us opened, and we both got a stomach ache and we were fighting over the bathroom. So we never went back for food. But a lot of people really love their food. I mean, they have like even just salads you can get on the side. And
I love the fact that they got a little kiosk that you can, put your order in, and
Quick Check has that too. I don't know, Jennifer, do you have Quick Checks near you? I like Quick Check. But the Wawa pretzels, that's what gets me. And they also have free air for your tires, and I'm always registering as empty.
Jennifer, Cheryl wants you to pick her up a cream cheese pretzel, please.
I'd like one too. That's I mean, like, I know I can make them probably. I mean, that could be a project, but I don't know if I should keep. I've been really like, since I'm not getting married anymore. I mean, I'm already married, so I've been.
I hope not.
I've been thinking, ooh, I'd like some chocolate chip cookies. Maybe we can make chocolate chip cookies. Oh, I'd like, I'm going crazy. I finished up a bag of pretzels last night, and before I ate the pretzels, I ate a couple potatoes. I'm like going insane. It's like, I don't even know what's wrong. I think I'm stressed out because I'm starting to look at houses to see if we can move in. All the houses are like 100 or 200,000 more than we thought. And the taxes are like 3,000 more than I thought. And it's like getting frightening.
Right. Bye, Michelle. Have a great day.
Take care.
Oh, I wanted to say, you know what she does, Michelle, on her channel? Like, she does shorts introducing her video that's coming up. That's a cool idea.
Oh, was Michelle the one that had the wreath one that got like lots and lots and lots of views?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and I watched actually that.
She just made 600 subs today.
Oh, fantastic. I didn't see that actually on my iPad when I was looking for that line of whatever. I made a short, and one of my shorts got 3 whole views. And I made another short and it got nearly 2,000 views. So I don't get like that whole concept of short. It's like, why did one get only 3 views? I mean, like 3. It only hit 3 people's feed?
I don't know. Jennifer says she didn't get a milkshake, but she gave a bum a cigarette. You earned a star.
That's very nice. Cigarettes are so expensive now. We used to.
It's the giving time of year, Jennifer.
when I lived in Manhattan, there were like these corner stores that they called candy shops, and one of them sold. We called them Lucy's, and for 50 cents, they would sell you like 1 cigarette. And I'm thinking, aren't they generous? I mean, it's illegal to do that.
Nice.
But and this was back in like the early 2000s. I can't even imagine what a Lucy would be now. It'd be like $1 or $2. I'll give you a cigarette for $1.
Yeah, you might have to give them one for $2.
Hey, your
Hey,
mom's here.
Mom.
Hey, mama.
This is my mom. She can't chat real well, so just if she says something goofy, just ignore it. She probably no telling what she put in.
She can put like maybe for speech, like she could put the microphone and then talk in if
Yeah.
she wants. I mean, sometimes it spells things wacky
Oh,
and
yeah.
it misinterprets what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she got the patch.
She just got the patch. Oh, okay. Hopefully I can quit smoking now. All right. Girl, that'll be like you got a raise.
Yeah,
Mama,
I mean,
Mama says hi.
I don't know how much they cost to pack where you live, but around here, I've seen them be like 9 and change or something. And I'm like, when I stopped smoking, cigarettes were going from like $3.75 to $4.50, and I thought, I can't afford that. That's insane. And
I was on some little store the other day, and this guy walked in, and a girl told her, she goes, "These are the only 2 kind we have for $5." So I guess
wait,
they got
you have $5 cigarettes by you? They're like, I think
like
they're
a
like
really cheap brand.
they're over like $10 in Manhattan.
Oh wow!
Hi, Jane.
Hey Jane.
See, I could see Jane as Jane because her name is Jane. People should put their names on their MKT.
Jane, I bet it's cold up there.
Yeah, and if anybody's curious, my name is Suzy. So and you're doing so that does work out. Hey, if it's all shaky, I'm holding it in my hand today because my husband is downstairs and I wanted him to be able to turn on the TV. I'm so nice.
Jennifer says some of the cheap ones that they have is $7. Wow. Well, Jennifer, you going to get a raise, girly. Let's see. Jane says she quit when she was pregnant. Easy enough to do it then. Yeah. That's one good way to do it.
Oh, wow. I'm going to tell you, I had done that. I had gotten a positive pregnancy test and I quit smoking. And then when, unfortunately, it didn't continue. I mean, like I lost the baby. So I started smoking again. And then I thought, if I could give it up for a baby, I could give it up for myself. I mean, that seems dumb to just start up again. So I did. I just quit.
Yvonne says there's a casino that sells Native American cigarettes for $6. That's the cheapest.
Yeah.
Oh, Jane says today is 15 degrees Celsius. Yesterday it was a negative 28. Ooh.
What is that in American?
Like in Fahrenheit. What is that? I don't know.
Yeah, we're dumb Americans. I'm gonna need to have I could look it up. I
Jennifer
suppose.
says she wouldn't say that she's getting, a raise or anything from not smoking.
No, I wouldn't think of it like that. I would just think, if you feel, you can add it up though. I mean, if you spend, I don't know, $10 a day on cigarettes times 30, that's just keep adding it up over the course of a year and think of all the money.
You're gonna have more money for jewelry jars.
Yeah. Seriously, every month you could get a jewelry jar now for cigarette money.
Yeah. So 28 Celsius is 18 Fahrenheit. Oh, Lord.
She quit during a few of her pregnancies.
Yeah.
Well, I had a lot of pregnancies and no babies, so unfortunately. But I did quit smoking.
Oh, Lord. Yvonne, that would really be cold.
7 degrees.
She said Siri's wrong.
Wait. Does it say?
Jane says negative 28 is negative 18. Oh, my God.
I want to say something. One day, it said it was like about negative, it was a negative temperature once, right? And then it said feels like -8, and it was like -3. And I thought, am I really going to notice the difference of 3 negative degrees? Like once it's that cold that your breath is like making, like if you have a beard, it would be forming icicles from your exhaling.
Negative 14 is 7 degrees. And then she says, by the way, 40 degrees Celsius is 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
You're not listening to me. I'm saying, can you tell the difference between -5 and a -7 or something?
When
It's
it
like
gets that cold, it's just that
feels
cold.
like.
Oh, well, Jane says, yes, you notice.
Well, you notice the negative, but I mean the extra 2 negative. I mean, it's just, it's so, when it's that cold.
So, I mean, we get in the 20s usually, and it feels like the teens when the wind's blowing, but that's about it. But no negative there. Hey, Norton.
Norton woke up this morning and was chewing on one of the earrings I was looking at yesterday. And Tony said, I had to take this out of his mouth, and he hands it to me. And then he said, I also had to take out a sock. And I'm like, this dog is insane.
That's going to be dangerous.
Oh, he's chasing his tail on my bed. This dog is very bad. Like one day I hear him going, and he has like something metal in his mouth, and it was Tony's wedding ring. So yeah, he goes on our nightstands and steals stuff.
Wow. You're going to have to get a taller, put your stuff on your dresser.
I think he's the reason why my little ring lost a diamond, because he was, one day he grabbed it with his mouth when he was a puppy.
It says when it's this cold, even 2 degrees is an improvement.
Okay, if you say so. I feel like once I'm freezing and I'm frozen feeling, I can't like warm up anyway. And sometimes I'm feeling that way when it's just about 30 degrees. So I'm saying if it was already like in the negatives, I would be so cold that
I just want to know, how do you stay warm when it's that cold?
You need heated.
I know inside you have heat, but when you go outside, oh my God.
They have heated coats. Like they have coats with heaters that have that are battery operated, and you can get like hot packs that you could break for your hands if you really need to. I mean, I think otherwise, like you're just running into a car that's running already, so that you have the heat on.
Wow.
And I think people, they must have like pellet stoves and stuff in their house, or things like that, things of that nature, like in fireplace inserts, that they really help with heat. I can't run a fire here because I don't have a fireplace insert. Stop going on the nightstand. And then,
she says it's a dry cold and she doesn't wear heated coats.
Okay. Well, good.
Well, that's a difference, because when we're cold, it's like that damp, wet cold.
We're not used to the cold here. So, I mean, we're used to it getting to be about like 20 degrees. And that is cold, but it's not like negative 20 degrees. So at that point, like you can still like double up on your socks and wear like, I wear, I guess they call them long john kind of things. And I'll wear pants, and I'll wear like 5 layers of upper body stuff. And as long as I'm covered everywhere else, I can, I mean, I'm not going to take a long walk, but I could get to the car and not feel. But when I feel like, for me, just maybe it's just because I'm old and I have afflictions, I feel like if I feel cold down in my bones, I just even wear a coat inside. I'm freezing. And I have the temperature set to 69 or 70 all the time, and I'm still freezing in the house.
Yeah.
I'm just
she's
cold.
right. Yeah, the damn cold gets in your bones. It does.
It does.
Right.
Someone once said to me, when it's that kind of cold, it's too cold for snow. And I said, is it really too cold for snow? I mean, it's going to snow.
Yeah, Jennifer, we did, but I don't think we didn't get any listing done, and we didn't get any selling done. So
that's true.
Well, we realized Cody was on, and I think Fort Sac Jack came, and then he left because he went to sleep, and
a lot of people just came and said hi and left.
Yeah.
So That's nice
So
that they did that.
yeah. Next time I'll send it
Oh,
to you, Messenger, Jennifer. But we didn't want to impinge on Cody, and so we
I'll do
ended
it
it.
again today. I don't care. I mean, I mostly what I did was research what I owned because I like to kind of know. I don't want a list of $700 vase for $40. You know.
If I find this vase online for like $700, I'll be so mad. I'm gonna be looking for it.
Yeah, see, that's the point. Like you were happy
No,
you got.
I'm not gonna look for it because I'll be upset. I'll
I
really be
thought like
upset.
you really once you give him more information, I thought you should really bump
Well,
up
I
the
just
price.
have in my head that this little man is gonna put this weed jar on his shelf, and he might put a stem of weed, or he might put
I think
weed.
you should have put an ounce of weed in there and have a cork on.
I went and looked up what was a weed jar, and most of them have a tiny, tiny hole where you can
Yeah.
put one stem of wheat in it, or that's what it said on Google. Okay.
Okay, yeah, and I live in a state where weed is legal, so yeah, that
Well, I would
I'm
have to put
saying
little drops in there.
that would fit about an ounce of weed, probably. This was funny back in the day when weed got legalized. It was like New York City. They were saying this is illegal, and they put a big cup of soda because they were banning like large sodas, thinking they were going to help with obesity. And I'm thinking it's not going to help anything. And
Uh-huh.
but then they showed that cup full of weed, and they go, "This is legal, and this is illegal." The soda was
Right.
illegal, but the
Oh,
weed
wait.
was legal.
Jane says it usually doesn't snow when it's that cold. When it's that cold, but tires get square, and you need a battery warmer. I can
I'm going to
understand that.
tell you, my car is so tender that every time it drops below 32, I get alerts that my tires are pretty much square or like running out of air, and my battery goes dead, and I need to jump it. So
Right.
my car would be, and it's a 4-wheel drive car. It's made for snow. Made for. I'm going to tell you the best car I ever had for the snow was an Outback. Subaru
Well, when it
Outback.
snows here, everything shuts down. As long as it's icy on the
Well,
roads,
you
everything
guys
shuts
are
down.
used to, you're used to swamps and mosquitoes and it would be like probably in the hundreds, We rarely get, we get hot, but we don't get that hot.
Right. It's a weed, WEED jar, but it says it's made for a single stem of weed, like some kind of weed out the grass or something, not weed.
A flower.
A
One
flower,
flower.
like one stem of wheat or one,
And I'm saying he's a potter, and you know what potters do, like artists. Wink, wink. Not. They're like, that's the kind of weed, probably.
Right. I feel like I'm getting ready to lose my voice. I'm going to kill my.
Oh, well. I'm just like laying back in my bed. All right. This is me at night. All right.
I wish I could lay down in my bed right now.
So I'm so cold, even in a 70-degree house, that I'll like wrap my head up in a towel, and I'll throw another towel over my shoulders that stick out of the blankets. And I have 2 top sheets and a blanket on my bed. And I live in a modern house. It's not like I'm in a cabin in the woods. It's modern. I have a modern house that's from 1930. Yeah.
Look at Jane's comment.
Hi, Jeff. What? I'm an artist. Woof. So wait,
Hi,
you're an artist, but do you partake in the passing the duchy? Hi, Jeff. Jeff's here.
You are funny.
Somebody found out that because I called myself Suzy Woozy. I'll tell you the real story about it. I have I have some chronic pain issues. So one of my doctors prescribed that stuff that we're talking about. And I didn't know how to, I knew how to smoke it, but I wanted to use a vape instead. And it's legal here. it was legal for me. I had the license and I bought it at licensed distribution places. I hadn't bought it like on the corner. I didn't know where to get it on the corner. So that's not like my lifestyle. So anyway, you're not listening to me. I can tell you read.
I am listening to you.
So anyway, I had my YouTube as Susan R. And I go, no, my mom used to call me Suzy Woozy. Let me put Suzy Woozy. And I went and I started watching these guys that use vapes and giving reviews. And so when I told people the story, that's really why I was Suzy Woozy. It wasn't because I drink, but anyway. So I learned how, like, they were reviewing, because like vapes are kind of expensive.
Mm-hmm. All I get to do is it's okay, Mom.
But I did go and buy a water pipe, and I feel like that's a little step above like just smoking. But vaping is different. Like it's supposed to be you're getting the effect without actual combustion, so it's less toxic, supposedly. But
Jane says she's Canadian and believe in 420.
I was watching a Canadian woman who had fibromyalgia, and she kept like peeking, like putting her head behind a curtain, and then you would see smoke coming, but she wasn't actually doing it on the air because they banned her because she was smoking on the air. And I mean, they banned her pot channel. I was watching her pot channel.
Oh, no problem, Jeff. At least one of us is working hard.
Well, it's legal in almost every state now. Not every, but like, what did they say? Like at least 40 states have it legalized, I think. Or at least decriminalized it. It's almost decriminalized everywhere, but it's not 100% like legal. And we've been legal here for over 4 years, and they just got around to selling it to everybody last year or this year, I guess, which is kind of crappy. I mean, I voted for the politician that said he was going to, make it legal. And it took so long for him to get it moving. Right. Because it's so expensive at a distribution place. I forgot what they call them. Dispensaries. I mean, back in the day, you could get 2 fingers for $10. And now it's like you get 2 fingers for like $200.
Right. Well, all I can get is drops. But I met some guy that I went and buy my glass and stuff from, and he says you can get the actual stuff now. So
actual stuff. So maybe you're going to be interested in buying a vape, and you could be. What are we going to call you?
I don't know.
Dawn the Yawner. I don't know.
I don't know. I sure did look woozy on that other video we did. Jeff says he had his medical card was shot 3 times. It helped with chronic pain. It helps with my pain if I take a higher dose, but normally it just takes the edge off.
What did you say? Shot? It was shot 3 times.
Well, that's what he said.
Was you shot? That's horrible. Okay. I could think of some scenarios where you could get shot, like military / police / criminals. I don't know. It's frightening. It's frightening to think that you would get shot 3 times. I don't know.
Oh, look here, you got a duck. So,
well,
he says he's even though it's legal there, he has to get his card extended because they can get different strains.
Well, okay. My medical card just expired, and it cost like about $100 to get it renewed, and I have to go see the doctor to get it renewed, and that costs a lot of money for me because my health insurance, I have to pay a copay, and then if you don't hit your deductible, then they can charge you like an extra $200 or something. So I said, I'm not paying $300 when I could go to a dispensary, but I think if you buy it medically, they don't charge sales tax, and they do have different strains for you. But I'm still not. I mean, the $300 isn't worth it.
It looks really high end, like, but they will take a certain percent off if you pay cash.
Well, I know of a place where you could pay cash, but it's not exactly. Oh, actually, every one of them was pay cash because federally it's still considered a restricted substance, and so a lot of them are like wink, wink, nod, nod. They have police. They have like They have armed guards in the dispensaries, and a lot of them do like during COVID. They were like coming to your car window, and I thought this is frightening. I mean, if you were allowed to buy up to like about 3 ounces, which was a lot, I think. And it was super expensive. But I mean, like some people might be handing them like $650.
Right.
A lot of money. I'd be scared.
He said the ones he get are stronger. The ones for recreation is like 2%.
Really? Well, that sucks. That's no fun.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you feel better with it. I hope it works for you. I honestly, I'm not saying that I notice that I feel better, but I feel sometimes like I can mop the floor or wash, like my hand hurts a lot now. It hurts me to just make a fist. And if I do it, I just don't notice as much. I'll just do what I have to do.
Right.
But
Jane says they can buy it like liquor in the store. Wow.
But I like sativas because you can be like artistic and you have more energy.
Yeah, well, that's what I take it for, Jane. But here in Louisiana, it was only the drops that I could get. So
yeah, I have to. I also decided for a while to just not smoke because it gives you munchies, and I wanted also to give myself a break because I think I was buying strains that weren't that strong, so it wasn't really helping that much.
Yeah, exactly, Jennifer. We sure are.
I don't like taking pain meds, that's for sure. But I did take Tylenol today.
Yeah, God has intentions on why things happen, and I'm glad that I'm someone who survived as well. Jennifer says it's cheaper to just buy it off the street sometimes, but that can be dangerous, Jennifer. He says he's learned a lot of things in life and made a lot of changes in life, but I don't regret the one thing that has happened, and it serves a purpose. Well, that's awesome, Jeff.
I'm glad you made good changes.
Yes.
And I hope your pain is help. I used to, my hobby and kind of like one of my passions was taking pictures, photography, but I'm drawn to decrepitude and abandoned buildings. And so, I'm when you talk about breaking the law, the way that I have, we always believe in all you take are photographs and all you leave behind are footprints. Like we don't take anything from wherever we go and except the pictures. And there's an area in New Jersey that is known for a lot of abandoned warehouses. And one of my friends knew a lot of like how to get into this one and that one and like which way to go. So we went, and there were like a lot of people sleeping in these buildings. And I was actually frightened, in that area.
Wow.
But I'm grateful for what I do have. And I'm grateful I don't have to pitch a tent in an abandoned building.
Right.
That's for sure.
Jeff said some people robbed him or tried to. Wow. Well, we're glad you're safe now.
Yeah, I'm glad.
And well. Wow.
All right.
Yeah, really, Jennifer.
Somebody I know was shot in like some of my old stomping grounds. Like they were driving through where my ex used to live. I'll bring him up again. And they said a bullet just like went right through their windshield. And I'm like, scared.
But they have a place on the interstate in New Orleans where a lot of innocent people get shot because these kids or young adults think it's cool to just shoot that way, It's crazy. Well, he said he shot them, and luckily they survived. And he says if you go to his show, you'll hear him hitting the vape, and his co-host says he's taking a breathing treatment.
I want to know. I wanted to get a new vape, but I like with Tony. He says, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I'm thinking, I want. I told him I wanted hiking shoes, but I really want a new vape, and I don't think he's gonna support me like with that. He hates. He's
Mhm.
so square. His kid has a license and smokes it, and I mean vapes it like right in front of him, and I do too. But vapes, I don't know. The old vapes, they get clogged so fast. They're not made well. I also want one that has a battery that I can change out.
They
Why are
didn't
we
charge
talking about
me
this?
anything for my card to be renewed. They just the doctor just called like it to the pharmacy. Like he didn't actually give me my card. He sent it directly to the pharmacy.
Ugh. In my state, they just try to squeeze every penny out of you till you're broke and you can't even afford it. I guess if you can't afford it, actually, it is cheaper. Like if you're in the military or if you're on like any kind of um public assistance, I think the card is only like $20. But for
He said
me,
some of his favorite kinds is dog walker, birthday cake, and Oreo cookies.
I saw you said that. I mostly like hybrids and sativas if I'm gonna have it. But I do want, I mean, I don't usually use indicas, but I would like to know a good one because when she's saying I can hear people vaping off camera, but what does it really matter? People burp, sneeze, cough, fart. True.
Yeah,
And talk about their chronic illness.
right, right. Oh God, that's another whole show. That would take the whole show if I started.
Really.
He said he used to grow some pretty good stuff back in the day.
We're not allowed to grow here. That's all I'm
Oh,
gonna say. But even though it's not like I know how to. And um yeah, even my like I have some houseplants that grow well, but if any kind of plant needs extra care,
hmm, yeah.
there's one of our Walmarts got sold to a marijuana growing operation. And you should see like all the equipment, like all the I don't know. I mean, it was like there's a lot of piping going on throughout the whole building. And when you
Oh, she left. She does that when she tries to look at comments. She's funny. And then she'll come back like doing this for me to let her in. She's funny. My daughter was sick and now I think I'm getting sick. Ugh. Cool. Well, Susie got all like I was in the grocery store and she goes, "You have liquor in the grocery store?" So apparently they don't have liquor in the grocery store, but we do. It's all over. We have liquor at Walmart. Is that not something y'all have? I don't know. But anyway. Oh, 10 plants. Cool. Nice. Where are you, Susie? She's so funny. So she just abandoned me, but it's okay. So now what do y'all want to talk about? Since we hit, we talked about weed, we talked about pottery, we talked about the weather. I don't know. Guys, I went to my booth. I don't know if I told y'all last week. I don't know if that was last week or this week. I upgraded my booth. So I'm excited and I'm scared. I hope I make my rent. Last I checked, I made half the rent. So that's good. So we'll see. But which means a lot more stuff. And I put myself on a spending hiatus. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm trying to pull stuff from the house. I don't know how that works. Anyway. Oh, Susie left and everybody's quiet. All right, Jeff. You have a great day. God bless you too. Hey, Glenn. How are you? What happened to Susie Woozy? So Glenn bought a glass baby. Did you sell it yet? Or are you still working on comping it? Where'd you go?
My phone just like zonked out, and I decided to go to the bathroom.
Well.
But no, I mean, but it really just shut me out. Now I'm on my iPad.
Well, Jeff left because I stopped all the weed talk and said,
"Oh, really?"
Well,
I was about to say how when the Walmart took over. I mean, when a weed growing operation for legal weed. I mean, it was a whole huge Walmart, and the neighbors are complaining because the whole neighborhood smells like skunk now.
No, I was telling them how you go, when I was in the grocery store, you go, y'all sell liquor in the grocery store? I'm like,
yeah.
Y'all don't sell liquor in the grocery store? A Walmart or?
Swamp is here.
No, Jeff left.
I know Jeff left.
And Cheryl said, enough with this bed. Coffee time.
Wow.
So if you have
two cups of coffee.
Off. Well, I'm honored that you came to spend some time with us on your day off.
Thank you.
Hey, Steph. How are you?
Hey, Steph.
Steph says, hello, everybody.
Now I remember she's from California.
You're so smart. Your dementia's not so bad.
Depends. Except for Yvonne. I'm thinking.
I always get Yvonne and Jody mixed up. I don't know why.
Yvonne is like, it's just an uncommon name in my head. I don't know any Yvonnes. So it's hard for me to, like, I mean, I know a Laura.
That's a common name here.
When Laura comes in, I'm like, well, my college roommate was Laura. So, I mean, I kind of know.
Right. Hey,
and Cameron. I'm still friends with Laura. So it's common for me, but I don't know one of them. It's Cameron's here, so we don't have a lot of Camerons. But I could tell that because he says gravity good. Cameron. That is Cameron. We don't have any Cameron in my area. Well, we might have a ton of Camerons, but I don't know one of them. I don't know a lot of people. We're pretty antisocial. I hate to say it. This is the most social I have. We're just these people that sit around.
Who was it this morning that said, Dad's Vintage Garage, good morning.
Good morning.
He's the 10th thumbs up. Go ahead.
Awesome.
Thank you. He's from Virginia. So
well, I'm from New York City. And now I'm slowly making my
somebody's knocking on my door. Hang on.
Wow. It's like my shirt is animated now. And all the dogs are barking. She muted herself. So now I have to entertain y'all. How am I going to do that? Someone's got to say something and ask me a question. So we're going to try to get health insurance today. I probably need it because I'm senile. And, but the choices aren't good in a price range that we can afford. Sadly, the health insurance I really need is half of Tony's income usually. And we can't pay 50% of our income to have health insurance. It's just not possible. We have bills. So this country's designed for rich people, and perhaps poor people can get help. But the people that are just above not being destitute are really kind of screwed. And it's uncool. I don't know that the politicians really understand, because they have probably good health insurance with being politicians. But it's hard. I mean, if I had to pay the last time I tried to I know Victoria was talking about going to get a colonoscopy. I had to pay $450 out of pocket just to make the appointment. And that's pretty sad.
So anyway, I need to get myself checked out. I'm having like a lot of pain in the lower half of my body, and it's going from front to back. So anyway, it's going to cost me money. I got to sell some stuff so I could raise money to go get a health. So I can have my health insurance and then go get some tests, because my deductible is going to be close to $7,000 or more. Who knows? Sad. Very sad. Anyway, I'm talking about sad things.
Well, shit always happens. I'm so aggravated.
Nobody
So,
said.
the guy from the gas company, huh?
I was talking about how I'm going to have to go for a lot of testing, and I don't have good insurance. So it's going to cost me a lot of out-of-pocket money.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be doing that. Tony and I, we're supposed to be like looking for health insurance. It's not going to cost him 50% of his income. It's sad.
Well, that was the gas company. They're shutting my gas off because it indicates we have a leak on my side. So they're shutting it off, and my husband has to come home and fix whatever's wrong.
I'm just sorry about that.
It's like,
well, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah, it does. And it makes me want to cry, but I'm not.
Yeah, I'm crying over my back pain and my front pain. I got front pain and back pain.
I know.
And then you have, you know, I remember like there was an old saying, now you're cooking with gas, and I have electric.
Well, that's the thing. My stove is gas. My heater is gas. My hot water heater is gas.
My furnace is gas, and I think so is my water heater. But, yeah. But I think like the pumps that make it go through the house are electric. But my stove is all electric and stuff. But
I don't
like,
even know if my husband knows how to change this crap.
So what are you supposed to do? Then you have to hire a plumber.
Well, he shut it off. So we have to, I think the guy who is working on my house forever said he thought he smelled something, and it's coming from.
Well, you said that too.
Yeah, from under the house to the back where I don't know. So anyway.
And so you're going to have to work in crawl spaces and stuff?
No, well, we raised our house 2
Okay.
feet, so you can get under it. I have an old frame house that is raised
2 whole
off of
feet like that. I still wouldn't.
Well, we flooded. It was,
No,
like
I know. I'm just saying, working in a 2-foot area.
Well, it's higher than 2 foot because it already was like a good foot. But once you get under the siding, it's higher. But it's muddy because we've had nothing but rain, so it's nothing but slush under there.
Ugh.
Oh, I want to scream. But anyway.
Look.
I guess I'll be making a run to Gonzales to Lowe's.
But you need to know what to get.
Yeah, he's coming.
And then they have regulations on, like, when Tony was getting his last inspection, they said, well, you have mostly, like, I think it was like metal pipe, and then there was a part of the pipe that was that PVC stuff. And he said, I want it to be, the inspector said, you need to make it all the same kind of pipe. Listen to this.
Steph wants to know if he's in the closet. It's brown behind you. She's in her bed.
It's my Tony. It's my headboard. I bought the biggest headboard. You know, when I bought it from like online, and I didn't know it was like 10 feet tall. It just looks normal. It's just so silly. It's this, but I have gone online in the closet, but you see like groceries and bags behind my head. It's kind of funny, Lord. But anyway, what I was saying about Tony's pipes, that they were like, there were parts of the pipes that were inconsistent. So the inspector left, and then Tony bought spray paint and he sprayed all the pipes the same color. And then when he came back, I'm like, shh, you proved it. And he didn't realize that they were all like, that they were
the same pipe.
He said, everything's working. Why do I have to go and buy like metal pipes?
So it fooled the inspector that he painted all the pipes silver.
Yeah.
Or whatever color it was
Well,
supposed to
he
be.
saw that they were white, the PVC. And then when he came back, they were all black. So he's like, I see you made changes. He did.
That's funny. Well, I don't think I can do that. So, because we fool them with gas. So, oh my God.
I'm laughing about it because it's just so dumb. I mean, some of the things they say are dumb. Tony's pretty handy, though. I'm very lucky that he is because, like, I mean, right after Ida, which flooded my basement, and then all the a lot of people in my neighborhood had the sewers back up into their houses, which isn't fun. And that had happened. And then I needed to get my pipes. I had to get my pipes cleaned out by this guy that came in with. It's almost like a rotor-rooter kind of thing, but huge. And then like a week later, I had another flood in my basement, and it was my water heater just like leaking onto. I was like, "What is it ever going to end?"
I know.
I've had probably now like. Well, I had a leak from the washing machine once, and then water heaters twice, and sewers twice, and then storms once.
Wow.
It's like, why did I put anything in the basement? I do still have a lot of stuff in my basement.
Oh, shit. That's him again. Hold on.
Look at the little protector dog she has. Aren't you scared of that dog? If you were like... Yeah, he just changed the color. He painted the PVC to match the other pipes. So anyway, yeah, it's not going to be fun trying to sell our houses. My house is, I mean, I've changed the roof. I've changed the water heater twice. And I've had it painted, but the paint looks so crappy. My storm doors all, and I need to change a few doors out. Doors are expensive. I mean, I would go get a secondhand door if I could fit it, but they don't. I have a custom sized front door. I'm rolling my eyes. They're so expensive. I wish I could get like new stuff at a reasonable price, but they're like nearly $2,000, and I should stop complaining. I should be happy. I have my dogs and my husband, and I have a place to live. And if I'm cold, I can wear a coat. So how's everybody else doing? Let me ask you, people, does anybody sell on Poshmark, and have your sales tanked since they started doing the live sales? Please elaborate. Because they're doing these live sales now, and people are starting at $5, and Poshmark takes $3. So that means they're making $2 on the object, unless, the bid goes high. But if you've got like 8 people there, you could very well sell your stuff for $5. Now, if you have stuff for free or clearing out, or if you got it at the bins, making $2 might be fine. But even if you bought it at, like, let's say a thrift shop, you're not making any money unless you start it at like the price. You have to add $3 to your price just to try to break even. I mean, they're hoping people do bundles, which they do.
Now,
but
come here.
I don't know. It was sad. Poshmark used to be a place where you actually could make some money.
Come on, Belle.
I'm assuming the people listening to us are mostly resellers. And I have literally like one listing now on eBay, and it's gotten 0 views. So you said I should get a store, but I thought, if they can't even let me sell the 3 things.
Well, the thing is, the more items you have listed, the more views you get, the more they promote your store. So they're not gonna, like, a lot of people say, oh, I don't have views, and you ask them how many listings they have, and they'll go 100. So a lot of the larger sellers are saying that you have to have more than that to really start selling. And I mean, if anybody wants to chime in on that.
So, okay, now
Glenn says he sells on Posh.
Well, okay, I used to have a store on Posh, and I kind of abandoned it and started a new one. So I started fresh, and I always thought that Posh favored new sellers. So I mean, it's only a couple months old, and I sold about 4 things already, which is not like, it's not enough to live on, but I mean, I'm okay that I sold it. But 3 of the things were Christmas related, and 1 was a pair of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But
she still doesn't understand the live selling thing and how you make money.
Well, people have about 40 things listed. I don't have 40 listings yet. So maybe you just have to list things really quickly and then you put them on Now, I was trying to do it on, they don't favor iPads, but maybe I could do it on my phone. You go live. Some people are talking about the silent shows. I'm like, well, what? It might bring attention to your closet, but if you're not even there hosting it, what's the point of that? I don't
get. I mean, every now and then I'll get a like on my closet, but if I got to sit there, I mean, I barely have time to list. So if I got to sit there and share and follow and all that crap, then I just soon, you know, I've had a closet. I was Posh Ambassador and all that crap, and I sold a few things, but I ended it because I wasn't selling that much. So I quit my whole. Now I have to start all over again.
Well, I told you something happened the other night, which was sort of interesting to just mention. I listed, I mean, I did like the quickest listing I ever made. I just basically said, I have this like ugly Christmas sweater, size medium, and it was like a dino with a disco ball. Well, I shared it to one party, and then all of a sudden it looked like I got like 1,000 shares. And I mean, it was like share. I mean, it was like a glitch. And I don't know if Posh can do that themselves, like pretend people are sharing it, or if it got like a host pick and other people shared it for me, because I've been on Poshmark and had like maybe 10 people share my stuff at a party.
Yeah, but exactly, Glenn. He's saying thousands. Some people have thousands of listings. Definitely.
Yeah, no, I know that. But
hey, Mike.
My point kind of is, I mean, like a lot of people will put together a bundle, and so you need to have the things listed so that they could make the bundle, which is obvious. So otherwise people shop like, I want a black skirt size 14, let's say. So they're going to see all the black skirts size, or you say a brand. I want to look at Converse All-Stars size 10. And then you'll see all of those.
Right.
But anyway, the weirdest thing happened because I started to count, and when I got over 300 shares, it kept going for pages and pages. I'm like, this is such a weird glitch, but I sold it that night.
Right.
So I was excited.
Carol said she hasn't seen any of the live sales.
Hey, Bobby.
Listings starting at 5.
Hey, Bobby. So anyway, the live shows are really, a lot of people say that they're like boring and weird, but people will just like, they'll hold up something, like they'll say,
hey, Amy.
Hey, this Napier necklace is now starting bid $5. And then people like, they'll put it for like 45 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. And then I don't know if they give people an hour to do a show or more, but you know, you hope that more than one person, you know, if they start it very low, a lot of them will say $3 starts. That means you make 5 cents. How could you really afford to just make 5 cents?
Unless they're clearing out stuff that's not selling. I don't know. Well, we're glad you stopped by, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby. Hey, Amy. How's it going?
Amy. Hot mess. Or hot net. What is it? Hot mess. Is it hot mess?
It's hot mess.
Hot mess.
I think she should be more positive. But yes, I get it. People are like, I'm a hot mess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my eBay has picked up since I started listing consistently. So,
Well, that's another thing too. I've been trying to put more listings up just so that they realize I'm not just like I have to list like one day I did 3, which is not a lot. But if I do 5, they'll actually say, "Hey, congratulations on building your closet." Yeah, no, they Poshmark up until $15 takes a $3 commission flat. So, you know, when people are doing $3 starts, they're making 5 cents really.
Right.
And on a $5 start, you're making $2. So I don't know. I don't know how.
Amy says she's a positive hot mess, Suzy. And Kent just came in.
Hey, Kent, how's it going? I think Kent has goats in his property. And I was joking around that I like to travel around the countryside of New Jersey. And one day we saw goats in somebody's yard. And I said, hey, Tony, let's go look for, farms that have goats. I said, maybe we could have some fun with goats. And he laughs. He goes, do you want to go? He said he actually put in a Google search, fun with goats, to see what would come up.
Right. He's saying maybe a person spent $40 on a pile, a lot or whatever necklaces and already made $250, so they don't care what the rest goes for. That could be.
It could be. I think what they're hoping for, and this is what I think, they have a couple of things to draw the people in, and they're hoping that the people who start the bundle going, because you get £5 flat rate shipping, that they hope that people will buy 5 pounds of stuff from them. And so that maybe then, if I make a $20 sale, and even though it's a bunch of little things, I'm much, I'd be more inclined to do that.
Amy says, or she's positively a hot mess. That'd be me.
It's true.
Steph says, when they're losing money, they're losing money after shipping.
I agree. I mean, if you're making 5 cents, just to, well, now you don't have to print out labels. You could take your code to the post office and they'll print it out for you. But getting to the post office costs money.
But you can only really do that with one thing.
And wrapping.
I would think that would be a hot mess to get codes for more than one thing.
I did it for 2 the other day. Because on the code, if you flip through, it'll say,
it'll give them to you in a row.
Yeah, so you could see okay, but you
I
have to
think my post office would be pissy with that.
You have to write on your package what it is. So you'll so you'd say, okay, this is the shoes. The shoes is this code. The sweater was this code, kind of thing.
Well, I don't think it's free shipping. Some people do free shipping.
Wait a second. Shipping on Posh is $8 pretty much. So it's $7 and $7.70.
So it pays a person to buy multiple things to bundle, right? So all right, I don't understand Posh that much. So if I bought a shirt from you and I bought a shirt from Amy, would they put it, that wouldn't go in? You would have to bundle from one person.
Absolutely, because
to get that discount or shipping. Right. You're right.
Poshmark is expensive for buying a necklace, but it is not expensive if you're buying shoes. It's cheaper than eBay shipping prices for shoes. So if you have a bundle where you're putting if you buy let's say you buy a large priority, you have a large priority box. And I once sold somebody a whole bunch of stuff in that box. She bought stuff for her whole family. And then I gave a discount besides. So she looked out. Now, I remember I showed you that leather coat last week? That it would cost me an extra $4 to ship that out. So, I wouldn't, I need to not only give them the commission, but I have to tack on $4 for shipping. Extra.
Well, I don't do clothes. So the things, the hard goods that I post, I do brooches mostly, but the hard goods that I sell there, I make sure that they're lighter than 5 pounds. But I'm not getting anything from Posh. Just like you're not getting anything from eBay, I'm not getting nothing from Posh.
There's a lot of people though with those live shows. If you could figure out how to do it though, you could then like you run through like a whole bunch of objects, and there was a woman selling beads and she was making money. I saw her like selling beads, and I'll put together that bundle for you, and just keep buying, cancel your sales, and like make a new bundle.
Well, it's kind of like when we do auctions on YouTube. A lot of people will buy maybe sometimes more than one thing, and then you bundle it all together with shipping. So that's, definitely a positive thing.
Yeah, I need to figure out stuff though. So I'm ready to do a clearance kind of auction or sale, just general sale.
Does anybody on here selling whatnot? Anybody here selling?
I don't even know how to do that.
I don't know. That seems like
even get on whatnot.
That seems like a hot mess. I don't know. People who do it love it, and they sell like 20, 30 things in one auction. I don't know. Like Dee Dee said that she didn't do that well, but then Kim told her to keep doing it. It gets better as you go. I guess as people get to know you or whatever. Yeah, Steph says it's not her thing. So,
well, I used to, like, when I was doing the auctions every Saturday night, I started making boxes for people, but then it got like confusing, and then it was like a lot of work, and then it was just such a hey Pam. It was
Pam.
It was such I don't know, it was kind of an ordeal. But if I did an auction and people bought like a few things to save on shipping, that would be fantastic. I would be very happy about that. But like I guess I have to do like maybe a jewelry unboxing and then sell stuff like right off.
Yeah.
Or I saw somebody doing that, and she was saying, I'll take anybody offering me, and people were offering some pretty good money for some of that stuff. So I was pretty shocked. So if anybody wants this Napier necklace, let me know.
Right. I don't know. I'm getting frustrated. Sometimes I want to just quit eBay and just do multiple booths, because a lot of the ladies are doing, most of the people who are in the booths that I'm in have booths, like 3 to 4 booths at different places.
Because you're not shipping, packing, and you don't have to deal with even like collecting the money. It's fantastic. You just come in and you get to shop for stuff and then put it on a shelf. You get to merchandise. I think it sounds ideal to me. I would like that.
Steph wants to know, what's that necklace?
It's a Napier. It's a Napier necklace, gold tone, and it has double chain in between each station, and it's so big it could just like fit over your head. So it would be like a nice sweater necklace, like if you have a plain sweater kind of thing.
Yeah, Mike, I work mine daily, definitely. So it does make a difference.
Like
you have to be in,
I don't know.
Do what?
I was gonna say I would want to say, like, if anybody wants that necklace, to make an offer, I would be happy to take it.
Okay. Do you go in your eBay store every day and do stuff? Because they like that if your store is active. We only scheduled to go live once a week, but we've been doing a couple pop-ups, like maybe once a week. I don't know. We thinking about, doing some auctions and stuff. But yesterday we said buy it now as a listing, but all we did was goof off.
But there wasn't I think there was maybe one person at a time there. And so, goofing off is relative to and then if I'm looking up the value of something and I go, oh, these beads are going for $50, for a 10.
Mike, what are you listing on eBay?
Yeah, what do you list? Remember,
I mean,
Mike?
I'll be happy to look at your store. I mean, not
Thank
that I'm the greatest or anything, but I'll look at your store and give you some pointers.
This someone commented on my sweater. This is
Thank
a vintage 80s Michael Simon sweater. And they go, and I love the one. This is the dog sweater. So it has like felt appliques and beads, and it's all dog related. So it's very fitting for the dog house. I got a little poodle down here with the curls. Cute. I love it.
Mike's resale. I can never find a person. How do you find a person?
Yeah, Mike, what I was telling you, if you want to show me jewelry, see, now I shouldn't buy anything, but like I would I was just complaining about not having money for health insurance. And then I'm like, hey, if anybody wants to sell me a reseller bundle. But I like critters and insects, and mostly critters, but also like blingy things. I like things with rhinestones. Old vintage stuff though. What do you mean advanced? What does that mean? Yeah. Well, I sold one thing on
Yeah,
eBay.
Mike, can you put a link for your store, Ben?
I sold one thing on eBay. I sold like my wedding arch drapes floral stuff. But
Like,
I'm
go to-
sure somebody did a direct search for
Yeah.
it. What?
I was going to tell Mike to go to his store and then click share and then put that link because it's easier that way.
Well, yeah. I was going there and I listed a few things and I kept going, and they kept saying, you have to like fill in some information, and I would fill it in, and then it kept telling me I needed it. And I'm like, well, why aren't you keeping it? Like, I'm pressing done and it's catching, but then the next day it would say I need to fill it out again. And when you're, let's say you're listing something that's just like a sterling silver chain, it'll say, what's the stone and what is the stone's color and what's the stone makeup. And I'm like, it doesn't have a stone. Why do I have to keep filling out 7,000 things about the stone that's not there? Oh, and then I had a Christmas angel pin up, and I'm like, it keeps no views, not even one. And I said, I am sure that people put vintage, or like they'll put a search for a angel brooch. I'm sure that in the millions and millions of people that go on eBay every day, somebody searched for an angel brooch and not one person looked at it. I don't believe that. I believe that they never showed it to anybody. So,
Okay,
and
I think I
kept
got it.
listing it.
I have it.
I can't go there while I'm online here.
Mm-hmm. I'll send it to you.
I like to I'll give people, I'm good at helping people try to like phrase, like, how would I search for the object? I would say I'm looking for a vintage brooch, and then I'll say, usually I search for lots though, or grab bags, or things like that sort.
Right. Have you tried using photo room to put like a nice white background on some of your stuff? Because that helps.
You don't know how? Oh, you don't know how to list that. Well, that's another thing. I love doing research. I should almost like be a consultant.
Cheryl said she has the same thing, no views.
I love,
but just looking at your pictures, I think they would pop if you had a really nice white background. So if you could redo some of your pictures, I think that would help.
And if you want to do it quickly, if you go and get some poster board from like the dollar store, which is the $1.25 store, and then you make a white background, and then you could get two pieces of photo board, one going up and one going across, so that when you take the picture, there's nothing in it but that, and then it does look better. Now, what
This is
Dawn
pretty.
introduced me to Photo Room. Yeah, that is pretty. I like it
It's
a
a
lot.
brooch. That's very pretty.
How much is that?
$12. Do you have a store, Mike? And make sure you have good lighting.
No,
Do
Mike.
you have like an eBay store, or you just sell?
Are there any markings on your brooch? And are you sure that it's not marked? Is it the brand name? He says yes, he has a store.
Okay. It might pay you to do a promotion, like a manager markdown. So try that, because that does help. So I would put your prices, if you think your prices are exactly what you want to get, I would hike them up a little bit, put a promotion on. Either promote your listings or put a sale.
Or raise it up $4 and do free shipping or something.
Yeah.
People shop for free
I don't
shipping.
do free shipping at all because glass is so heavy.
Glass is insane. But if you're doing a brooch, you might could afford to do free shipping.
Mm-hmm. I put all my brooches.
Raise it up $4, make it free, and then see what happens. I'm not getting to the comment. I'm pressing
Okay. Right. I would do that. But like I see you have like your I see you have white, but it's not like a crisp white. And I do black sometimes if it's a white item or a light colored item. So if you price high, then I would go in and do maybe a sale. I run a 20% sale all the time, but I end it like I do 2 a week. So I'll end it like on a Thursday night and then go to Monday. From then I'll start a new one and go to Monday, because I was always told that it's that set of urgency. So if they see it's going to end, then they're going to buy it. You know, if they want it, they'll grab it before that sale ends. And then I'll have like a little break. I'll start the next one either the next day, or if I had to set it before, I'll like it ends at midnight. I'll set mine to start like at around 2:30 in the morning.
Is your arm cramping, by the way?
Who?
You're holding that dog.
I know, but she won't go down. I put her down and she comes right back.
I would have her in a front backpack, a front pack or whatever, just so I didn't have to put my arm in that position all day.
Yeah. So yeah, do you do your comps, Mike? Yeah, I always kind of like if I see comps say 1 at 10 and 1 at 15, I'll try to go in the middle of that. Or if there's only one, sometimes if you go higher, it's that perceived value that, you know, if your picture looks nicer and you really word it right, then they may go for yours, even though the other one is cheaper.
Say it again. What are you saying about going for yours over another one? If yours,
so say like if you had a brooch, but your pictures are crappy and you don't have really good title, and yours is $10. I may go in at $15.99 because I have nice white crisp pictures. My title is complete. So people have that perceived value that yours is better because it looks better. It has more information. Make sure you know.
That's true.
And that's happened. I've done that, and it has, you know, done better.
As a reseller, I really, really examine photographs carefully. Like, I mean, I want to see if there's any finish missing. I want to know.
You're a photographer.
You know, I'm a photographer that takes crappy pictures for resale. That's sad, but I don't use my good cameras for. I should try.
Right.
But Well, some of the stuff I honestly don't want to take good pictures of because it's made shitty. I'm sorry.
And I see Pam was saying, you're right, Pam's nothing better than holding a little one, especially when you're not feeling good.
It feels, but I mean, if saying like it's the way you had your arm stretched around and
I do.
But it would get
I'm holding her close because it's like she's heavy. She's gained weight and she's about 12 pounds. She was 10. I think she's more now. So if I see 10 things or 20, sometimes it's 20 things and they all have free shipping, then I'll do free shipping. But if it's a piece of glass, I won't do free shipping, but I'll lower my price to cover that shipping.
I usually search two ways. I'll search cheapest, including shipping price, like lowest price, including shipping. So I could weed out that free or slash other thing. Then the second way I ship is ending soonest. So I can see if there's an auction that's ending that minute or day or whatever. And one of the best lots I ever bought was ending within a half hour of when I was like talking to you on when do we not talk anyway? But like it was ending really shortly. I go, I think I'm going to do something. And you're like, what are you talking about? I go, I think I'm going to do something. And I caught it like, right. And I didn't really offer a lot more than it was going for, but I thought if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Like, and I bought this big lot of jewelry and there was a couple pieces in there that were pretty nice. So, I mean, a lot of it's pretty crappy, but so the two things that were nice certainly made up for it if I end up selling them. But what I'm saying is I if I search for like something that's ending now, like sometimes that creates an urgency too. Like I might have thought, well, if it's just something, I might wait on it. But if it's ending in a half hour,
if you do promoted listings, I promote my listings at suggested rate, but I buy low, so it can I can cover that. But I was doing promoted plus 2, and when I went down to promoted plus suggested, I took a hit. So don't start high on promoted listings because you will take a hit if you stop. So
well, I'm going to tell you that
I would start maybe 1-2% and then try a sale. I was listening to Regina.
I don't have a store. When they offer me promoted, at first, if it was something on I don't know if it was an auction, they wouldn't let me promote it for less than like 7 or 8%. That's a lot. But if I was just doing a regular listing, I could do 2%. So that made a difference.
I do promote it, but not to go over 10.
10% is a lot. Aren't you already paying about 12% commission?
Yeah.
So
but
that's almost
our price. That's why you've told me my prices are high, and it's to cover that. But I always do up 20% in my store, and sometimes on the weekend I'll go higher.
I can't afford to. I buy stuff here. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, if I'm doing clothes, I guess I can kind of afford it because I'm just going to end up donating clothes to the local charity. But the jewelry I spend money on and some other stuff I know I've spent money on, I just can't I don't really want to work for nothing, if you know what I mean. I am working for nothing anyway, but I don't really want to give it away.
Right. And he's saying nice men's belt buckles. What is oil belt buckles?
I don't know what that means.
I should have bought oil belt buckles from the lady that was quitting our shop. They were like about $6 a piece. I should have got them. They were nice.
They don't sell for a lot more than that. I was researching it while I was talking to you, and a lot of them sell for about what she was asking. So they weren't all like great deals. They might have been fine for retail, but not for resale.
Well, I don't know, but I try to work my store. I do end listings most of the times, or a couple times a week. I'll end the things ending that day. I'll end them and I'll sell similar. What are you looking at? And I'll sell similar unless it's something I've sent an offer on. Then I won't fool with that one. But I don't know. That's my advice. Not that it's right, but Pam says your store has a lot of great items. Do you end and sell? Right, that's what I was just talking about. End and sell similar. So you just go to your search. If you're on the computer, you go to your search, go to active, and then search items. There's a drop down box, and you put ending today, and it'll give you a number, and then hit search, and it'll all pop up. So you can highlight them and then say end, and then go back. I don't do it right away. Like I'll wait maybe a couple hours or whatever. And then I go back and I'll hit sell similar. Sometimes I do them individually, and sometimes, like if I'm on my phone, you have to do them individual. But if you're on the computer, you can do it as a bulk and relist them. And then I'll change my prices, maybe about a nickel or something, not big, and sell them. And then I usually will get like likes and stuff, watchers on a lot of the stuff that I just relisted. So I think it works. And then I've sold some things that have been sitting for maybe a year or more, and they sold from doing that. So I think it helps. That's my personal opinion.
Back in the day in Poshmark, when you used to like relist your stuff, you had to just start fresh. But a lot of times people were saying, don't be scared to almost try doubling your price, because people have a perceived value of objects. Mm-hmm. And if it's too cheap, you seem like a schlock house, and mm-hmm. everything just seems like crap. So if you take beautiful pictures and you're selling for more money, people will think like, well, at least, you're a professional at it. You're not just selling stuff at a yard sale.
Exactly.
So, anyway, it can work. It used to work, but ever since they started doing those live shows, I don't know, man. I don't get it. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I think it's ruining the platform for me.
Yeah, he says he does, and he's always messing with price and titles and then relisting.
Yeah, Cheryl, now you can.
Right.
Now you can do the copy, but I noticed a lot, like you have to pay attention to your search. Like I sometimes use all the search words. Maybe I think I should, we were making jokes. I said I should just list things as cute shirt, because a lot of people do that on Posh. But a lot of people, like when they do the copy, you have to delete the word copy. A lot of people, you can see it says copy.
Right. And one more thing about reselling similar on eBay. If it's something that you originally had, say 5 of, and you sold 2, when you go sell similar, I think it goes back to the original. So I try to look and see if I have quantity in my thing, and I'll make sure and do that one separate, so I can make sure that it doesn't screw with the quantity.
Every time you relist on eBay, it appears that they will do stuff that like you're not aware of with the pricing, and it'll say like, okay, you'll accept. You have to make sure it gives you the same price you want, and like if you're accepting offers, make sure that it because it might. Like I use sometimes just, I don't just take any offer. I'll say like, I have my prices pretty, I feel like low-ish. So I'll say $10 and above. Anybody who offers $10 above, I'll take it. So, but they'll say like 8. And I'm like, no, don't give people hope. Like just make them know that they have to. Sometimes people just offer you more just to see what's your minimum.
Right. Well, Mike says if you see something you like, just message him. He'll make you a deal.
I wanted, Mike, I was saying to you, show me some stuff on like Messenger, and I would maybe make you a deal. But he never, you sent me an email that said hi, and I sent you an email back that said hi. But I said, follow me on Facebook.
Okay, he put his message or email him. And he'll do package deals, single items or whatever's easy. He said he's easy.
Yeah, but we're resellers, so I want to say by nature we're looking. He will, Suzy. Okay, good.
He said he will, Suzy.
Because I think I'm allowed to buy like one more package.
Silly.
I mean, there comes, but if I just get rid of like 3 garbage bags of clothes, I probably could buy more jewelry.
Right. He said he just found another box of necklaces.
Awesome. But I like pins. But yeah, I like everything.
Me too. I like brooches.
I pretty much like everything, but I kind of do like brooches. I need to replace one marquee shaped stone on a bracelet I bought, and it's hard to find. Anyway, and I was almost willing to buy a whole. My hand hurts, and I'm looking at it. I'm getting like these bony protrusions at my joints, like here, and like my ring finger. This part of my finger got so.
Hi, Glenn.
I can't pull my ring out.
Right.
Bye. Bye. 5 minutes ago. Take care.
Oh God. No, 1 minute ago, ma'am.
Either way, when people say bye and they go, they're gone.
I know.
I'm just.
He said he has bunches of brooches, pins, and tie bags. Well, you see, you can split the brooches between me.
I don't like tie tacks personally, unless they're gold. If they're solid gold, I'll take them. But
I have a lot of pin backs actually from like the auxiliary American Legions and stuff, and I've been selling those. I've been listing them and selling them.
I hear lawnmower sounds.
Oh Lord!
But it's not Tony.
My husband said he was on his way back home, and I haven't seen him yet.
My lawnmower flooded in Irene, and I bought a new one, and now that one worked 3 times. I bought an inexpensive lawnmower, but it should work more than 3 times. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
He says he's getting ready to do a clothes sale. Him and Christy. I don't know who that is. Who is that? What's her?
Who's Christy? I need
what's
to
her
sell
eBay-
some clothes.
what's her
Does
YouTube
anybody
name?
have a 38-inch waist and need some Wranglers? I have 2 pair. There's men's. Christie's in Iowa. Well, I mean, like, what's her YouTube name? And she'll say it's Christy. Do we know her?
He wanted to know how to post a link for eBay. You go to your store, and then you can either highlight it in your bar, or there's a drop down, or the little lines, either left, right, whatever, and there is share, and you can share your store, and it'll give you a link. Christy's in.
He said,
is that Iowa?
Iowa, but
I don't know who that is.
But like, who is she? What's her name that we would
like?
find?
What's her YouTube name?
Okay, now this is the thing. I told Tony that he did leave gas in it, and I said, "Well, what do you have to do? Just empty out that gas, or did he just screw up the whole thing because of it?" Because
he said that's her name.
I have to know how to repair this thing, because he took apart the whole carburetor and he puts carburetor cleaner. He's changed the spark plug twice. And I said, you can't leave. You have to put some kind of preservative in the gas so the water doesn't freeze in there. And he's like, that's it. Meanwhile, 2 of my lawnmowers broke, and I think his is broken now too. And I'm like, well, don't you learn? Meanwhile,
Thank God we don't have that problem here.
Can we just dump the gas?
Every day.
I need to talk to you about lawnmower maintenance, because if we need to dump out the gas, I need him to go over the backyard and try to like mulch up those leaves the dogs are getting. I mean, I don't know. We just need to use it. I can't afford the $200 lawnmower I bought. They're now selling for $300, and if it lasts for 3 times, it's not worth it.
Right.
I can't afford to buy a new lawnmower every year.
I think we have 1 month that we don't have the lawnmower. Oh, he says at the end of the season, just let it run until it's out of gas. That
But
usually works.
how do we make it run now that it's already been through the winter and the gas was in it? Is there anything to put in it that can like make it work? Because I'll buy that.
He said cheap mowers don't last.
Yeah, but it didn't even start to get. It didn't even use.
Well, maybe if you run all the gas out now, that might help.
We can't get it started anymore.
Oh.
And I don't know what to do. Like, he took it apart and he uses carburetor cleaner, and like I said, I would add the gas additive. Maybe that might help, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. We used it 2 times last year. Then we let it sit over the winter, and then we used it like 2 times this year. I don't want to throw away $200 for that. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
He had a cheap lawnmower that he said he just used it for a couple of years or 3 years or 4. I mean, he said maybe even 5, and it was like working. But I guess he didn't let the gas run out. Get the bad gas out. Okay, I'll tell him that. I'll tell him to dump the old gas out and then clean it again and try before it gets too cold, but he won't want to.
Sounds like my guy's here.
Now, let me ask you a question. If I had gas sitting in the gas can over the winter, is that something that won't work? Should I actually get fresh gas? That's an important question, because our gas might be old. That's in the
Shoot, Pam, kids, you know what kids charge today to
it's bad. So my old gas is bad. So I gotta like dump that. Where do I dump gas?
I think you can unscrew the
No, I mean, I know how to get gas out of the gas can, but where am I supposed to put the gas that I get out of the gas can? I mean, I'm not gonna put it on. Do I put it on the side of my garage? I just like throw it into the dirt. What am I supposed to put in a jar and then just throw it away?
He says use high octane.
Oh.
Put it in your car. It'll be fine.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
I think my contractor's here.
Well, I have to. My dogs are barking at me for some reason. I think they want to take a WALK. I don't really want to say the word. They like to go OUT.
I hear you. I know mine, when I say out, they like go crazy.
Anything that involves food, supper, water, pee, poop, and potty, and going in the car and going for a walk and going for a ride. They know all those words. But they don't speak any other English.
Right.
Pretty much.
Well, I guess we need to end it because I need to go check out this gas deal and see if I get a list from my husband so I can go to Lowe's. Send good vibes to me.
All right. I'll get high. All right.
We'll see y'all next week, or maybe we might pop up. So, all right. Have a great day, guys. Bye. Thanks for coming. And I forget to hit the